Hello, hello, hello. Hello to Facebook. Hello to Instagram. No, TikTok. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this on the replay. I am your host, Corinthia Williams, also known as the Queen of Transformation, your self-love and transformational coach. And what I do, I like to motivate and encourage women to transform mind, body, and soul. And I do this in the form of going live. I do this in the form of being the founder of the Queen's Tribe community. Ladies, if you're not a part of my community, I don't know what you've been waiting for. Go ahead and join the Queen's Tribe. It's a private Facebook community where it's totally free, but it's a place, a sacred place, I like to call it, where you can come, take your shoes off, get comfortable, and also get motivation and encouragement along your self-love journey, okay? And so if you're new to my platform, welcome to everyone. Thank you guys so much for jumping on and joining me for today's Queen's Chat, which I host it every Monday and Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm a little late today, but it's okay. And lastly, I want to say happy Women's History Month to all the queens out there. This is our time to shine and to recognize all the amazing women that came before us and recognize them and what they did, and know that we have the power to keep on pushing and do greater and bigger things as well. So shout out to all the queens. So on today's chat, we're talking about, I'm going to be working in the book this month since it is Women's History Month. I wrote a book entitled Birthing the Queen Within. It's a book about taking a journey to embracing your inner power, right? We're talking about power. We're talking about abundance of life. We're talking about joy and fulfillment. So I will be doing teachings from my book all this month in celebration of Women's History Month. So if you haven't got my book, go ahead and click those links in the bio. On Facebook, you can click the link right above this video and get your copy today. You can get it two ways. You can get it on Amazon. I got the link in the bio for that. Or you can get a signed copy where I sign it, pray over it, sign it, write a personal message in there for you. And you also get a free gift, which is my journal. You'll get a free gift this month. All this month you get a free gift with your signed copy. You get a journal with it. So go ahead and get your copy today. So on today, in celebration of Women History Month, we're going to talk about what's holding you back, right? We are now taking observation of all the amazing things that women have done over the years, right? And we sometimes feel as though we're not capable of doing the things that we want to do, right? Sometimes we feel like life is lifing, right? Those are things we say, life be lifing, right? So sometimes we feel like life is lifing and there's not enough hours in the day to pursue our dreams, to start that business, to start that teaching, to go back to school, to start that school or that community or that ministry, right? And a lot of times we get stuck in that complacent place in our lives because we feel like we don't have enough time, or we're not smart enough, or we're not brave enough, or we don't have the money to do all the things that we are desiring to do. Let me be the first to tell you guys that you can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You can become anything that you want to become. But first, we have to get out of our own way. Right? A lot of times we are the ones that are in our way. We can find excuses about everything. We find an excuse not to start. We find an excuse not to finish. And we find an excuse not to keep going, right? But on today, I want to let you know that it is time to push forward. It's time to go. And it's time to step up out of our own way. So you might be asking, so how do I get to the place of stepping out of my own way, right? The first thing that I want to share on today is sabotaging thoughts. What are we saying to ourselves? Not what everybody else say, not what we read or see on TikTok or in the news or on Instagram, what have you, not what's going on in the world, but what are we saying to ourselves, ladies? Right? What narrative are we believing about ourselves? Are we talking down about ourselves? Are we telling ourselves that would never happen for us? Are we repeating the trauma that went on years ago to ourselves and believing the hype, believing the lies that someone else told to us? What are you believing about yourself? Telling yourself, what are you actually saying to yourself? Because that's what truly matters, those inside voices. Whatever you think, it shall become. Whatever you say about yourself, whatever you think about yourself, you will become exactly that. So on today, our message today is, what are we thinking about? That can be the very thing that's holding you back. Are you having doubts? Are you fearful? Are you angry? Are you disappointed? Are you believing that it'll never happen for you? Are you believing that you'll never get married? Are you believing that you'll never have kids? What are you thinking about? Because sometimes that is the very thing that's holding you back from starting. Right? That's the very thing that could be holding you back from keep on going. That's the very thing that could be holding you back from getting back up. We are our worst critics. We are the judge, the jury, and the convictor. We are the ones that make these stories up in our heads and tell ourselves that we can't do something, and tell ourselves that it won't happen, or it's impossible, or tell ourselves we okay, but we're really not okay, because on the inside we're really hurting. On the inside we really feel pain. On the inside we really want to give up on life. On the inside we don't want to do this no more, but we tell ourselves that we're okay. So we fake the funk and keep on pushing and keep on going and keep on making up this lie and believing this fairy tale that we put in our hearts and our minds that everything is okay. And on actuality, if we sat down with ourselves and have a conversation with ourselves, we will realize that everything's not okay. Right? Can I be transparent? Y'all know I love to tell my story, because I believe we all have a story to tell. And when we tell our story, we can help not only others, but we can help ourselves, right? Like I said, I'm a self-love, a self-care, all that type of coach. I'm a transformational coach. So I believe telling our stories help heal us. So let me tell you a story about me. Okay? I'm going to be transparent on today. Let me tell you a story about me. Let me tell you. So I was at a place around 2019. Well, listen to me, 2019. My husband's mom passed away from stage 4 cancer. Well, we found out then she had it, and I was running a daycare, and I let the daycare go to help, nurse her and make sure she was okay. Our whole family went in caregiver mode, right? And so in 2020, when she passed away, it was a real burden on our life, because she was the matriarch of our family. She was the glue that held us together, right? And so I'm trying to be a strong wife. I'm trying to be there for my husband, because he just lost his mom. That's a big deal. But we also got hit because he lost his job right after that. Come on. He lost his job right after that. And then the pandemic hit. And then we had kids that were in school at that time. And so they being homeschooled and all this stuff. So I had a lot on my plate. Can any other woman know what I'm talking about when I say the load was heavy? Right? Have you ever been in that place where you got so much to do and so much responsibility, and you're trying to hold it all together, and you feel like a ball of emotion, but you don't want anybody to know, because you got to be the strong one for everybody else. Right? And so at that time, I'm trying to be strong for my husband. We trying to work it out. We trying to make sense of things. We trying to make sure the kids go to school and do their work, and we trying to do all of this stuff. Right? And if anybody asks me, was I okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm great. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. But in all actuality, I was torn up on the inside. You see, his mom was also my mom, because my mom, she passed away when I was 9 years old. So I never really had a mother. She was that mother that I prayed for. And so I lost a mom too. My husband and I have been this year make 20 years married. Right? So we've been together for 23 years. So I lost somebody too that was close to me. But I didn't want to reveal that vulnerability, because I thought, see, we get up in our head and we believe the hype. And I thought that I was that person for everybody else. My kids lost their grandmother. Now the pandemic hit. They're at home. They're not going back to school. My husband lost his job. He lost his mother. It was a lot of grief going on. But I was lying to myself. Come on, let's be 100. How many times have you lied to yourself about being okay? Yeah, we do it a lot, you know, passing people on the street. How you doing? Oh, I'm great. How are you? You know, we tell a little lie even though we feel like hell on the inside. But I was lying to myself, and because of that, my body started deteriorating. I started losing hair. I started emotionally eating. I started feeling nervous and having anxiety. I was depressed. Didn't want to get out of bed. Can anybody relate? And so what was holding me back from being that better version of myself, that person I truly needed to be? It was me. Lying to myself, telling everyone else, and especially myself, that I was okay, until I realized that I wasn't. How many of us walking around like zombies thinking everything's okay, doing life be happening, stuff happen. We going through life telling ourselves a lie, when all actuality our bodies are deteriorating, our minds are messed up, we are depressed, we are having anxiety attacks, we are going through so many different bodily functions and all of these emotions, because we're not okay and we're not willing to say, stop, I'm not okay. Stop, I need help. Right? A lot of times we do that. Hello, thanks for jumping on. A lot of times we do that because we are the sole provider for the household, because you are the mom. Maybe you are a single mom. Maybe you're not single, but you're still the wife and you got to take care of the house. Maybe you that boss, you running careers and businesses. Maybe you trying to get your family to another level. Maybe you trying to be, you're a caregiver for your elderly parents. I don't know, but whatever stage you are in, I want you to evaluate how you feel. I want you to evaluate, why are you not happy? I want you to evaluate where you are right now and open yourself up, right? Open yourself up to yourself to realize you need help. So like I was sharing the story of my mother in love passing away, everything happening since 2022. So I knew something was wrong. I went back to what I used to do, was journal, right? I would journal and I would write and I would write. And can I be 100 with y'all on this beautiful Monday? Journaling helped save my life, because as I wrote in my journal, I really start to uncover what was truly going on with me. I was grieving, number one. I was afraid, number two, because like I said, my husband lost his job right after, I don't even think it was a month after his mother passed away. So I was afraid of what was happening next. The pandemic happened, so we all was a little fearful of not knowing, right? And so I was going through all these emotions, and I wouldn't have known that until I started to do something different. If you want change in your life, you got to do something different. If you want better for your life, you got to do something different. What you have been doing got you to this point. But if you want to go further, if you want that happiness, if you want that joy, if you want to go back to school, if you want to start that business, if you want that happy life, you got to do something different than what you've been doing. And so, like I said, I started journaling and started getting these emotions out. I would break down crying. I said, you know what? I need help. I need some professional help. And that's exactly what I did. I paid because we lost the job, so we lost the insurance, the health insurance. And so I actually paid every week to go to therapy. But it was a sacrifice, but it was needed. I needed to sit down with a specialist, with a therapist to help me get through these emotions, get through these feelings. I had to stop emotionally eating. Y'all, I don't even know how much weight I gained during that time, but I'm still trying to get it off. Can I get 100 with you? I'm still trying to get them extra pounds off from emotionally eating, right? I lost my hair. I was going through, y'all. I was going through. But I was able to see myself through the process. And so on today, y'all, for today's Queen's Chat, for today's motivational talk, I want you to evaluate self. I want you to know that it's okay to not be okay. Come on. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get tools. Dig into your toolbox and get the tools you need in order to catapult you further, to get you out of this situation you may be in, to help you go beyond where you are, to let you know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, to give you the awareness of where you are and what you need to do to move forward. Some of us don't feel depressed. Maybe you're happy right now. Maybe you're at the high peak of your career. I don't know what your life has for you, but I know that there's more. Each time we wake up, each and every day, God woke us up because there's more to do. There's something different each day that you have to accomplish. There's things that you got to face about you, and there's things in life that you got to accomplish. So I want you to evaluate yourself. If you don't journal, start journaling. Start journaling. I'm not saying you got to buy my journal. I'm not telling you to do that. If you got to go to the Dollar Tree and get yourself a notebook or some loose leaf paper or what have you, but start writing your emotions, your feelings. What are you feeling in this hour, in this season of life? How do you feel? Are you happy? What brings you happiness? Why aren't you happy? If you are happy, great. Stay there. Continue to give yourself what you need or what you've been doing. But if you're not happy, ask yourself why. Why not? Right? And if you are on a process and on a road to success or road to leveling up your life, continue to journal, continue to write those thoughts out, because I don't want anyone to get stuck. And that's exactly where I was. I was stuck. I was stuck posing. Right? And then what do we say? Posing. I was a poser. I was posing as if I had it all together. I was stuck being unhappy. I was stuck trying to survive and try to keep my head over water. I was stuck in the funk, feeding myself the Kool-Aid because I wanted to believe so bad that I was okay, and not being truly honest with myself and saying, you know what, I'm not okay. This right here is really taking me for a loop. This right here, I can't handle this. This right here, I don't have the answers. But when you be true with yourself and be able to say, you know what, I need help. I surrender. I surrender. I can't do this no more. Because I am actually physically, emotionally sick on the inside. And I'm lashing out and I'm not happy and I'm not being my true self. I know I can be better than this. I know my life can go smoother than this. Come on. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that we can explode mentally, physically, emotionally. We can explode. And so on today, I want you to start really evaluating your feelings, being honest with yourself, saying, you know what, self, we need help. We don't have all the answers, and it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. Come on. I want y'all to say that today to yourself. It's okay to not be okay. And then do the work to find the help that you need, right? And so in the book, Birthing the Queen Within, right? That's what I was talking from on today, Birthing the Queen Within. The first chapter is, let me turn to it. The first chapter is, what's holding you back? And a lot of times we don't know the answer to that question because we've been faking the funk. We've been faking the funk. That's right, Queen. Queen Anita, the prayer advocate. It's okay not to be okay. We got to stop faking the funk and pretending that we're okay. Pretending like we got all the answers. We got this. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. Because when we act like that, what signals are we sending spirit? What signal are we sending God? We praying for these bigger things. We praying for our needs to get answered. We praying for the house. We praying for the car. We praying for the new job, the husband, the kids. We praying for all these things to manifest in our lives. But when it don't, we mad at God. When all along we've been projecting that we're good. So God looking at us saying, okay, you got it all together. You good. You happy. You Gucci, right? So what are we saying to God? God, we look flip-floppy, right? We look like we flip-flop. In 1 minute in silence, we praying. When we all alone, we praying to God for all these great things to happen in our lives. But then we show up in the world as if we got it all together. We don't need nobody. We don't need no help. Come on, y'all. We got to be honest with ourselves. We got to be honest with ourselves and say, you know what? I don't have it all together, but I'm going to get the help. I need help. Seek the help that you need. Like I told you, like I shared, I had to go to therapy. Me. Yeah, I had to go to therapy because I didn't have the answers on how to get over that grief, how to get past that depression, and how to get out of that anxiety. So I had to get the help that I needed. That was my route. I don't know what your route may be, but I need you to get the help that you need, right? And so on today, once again, we're talking about what's holding you back. And today's topic was, what was today's topic? What's holding you back, right? And we talked about being honest with ourselves and actually going within, tapping into self, and being honest with ourselves and knowing that it's okay to not be okay. All right. So listen, guys, thank y'all so much for jumping on today's live. Thank you to all of those who are watching the replay. Make sure you hit hashtag replay in the comments so I can come back and talk to you. If you on TikTok and you might have missed the beginning of this, you can either follow me on Facebook to watch the replay, or you can watch it on my YouTube page. I will upload this message on today. But guys, I want us to be okay with not being okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But as long as you realize, number one, that you're not okay and get the help that you need. Right? And so all the queens that's not in the Queens Tribe, come on over to the tribe. Let's support one another. Let's love on one another. The link is all over my platforms. Here on TikTok, you can see it in my bio, and on Facebook, you can click that link right here above this video. Get your hands on the book, Birthing the Queen Within. It's a journey to embracing your inner power and live the life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Okay, go ahead, get your book. And lastly, if you have not started a self-love journey, or if you're on a journey and just don't know how to enhance your journey, make sure you click the link and get the free self-love quiz. With that quiz, I ask specific questions to help you along your journey, right? You can answer those questions and you can download the 30 Days to Greater Self-Love ebook and start your journey on today. All right. So queens, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Listen, I got a ton of stuff to give you guys, so make sure you stay connected on all platforms, okay? And remember, I love you, but God loves you more, and I'm going to see each of us at the top because there's no more room at the bottom, all right? See y'all on Friday. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you.